guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be me explaining to you guys the pros and cons of babysitting. The reason behind this video is, for those of you who don't know, I do currently work at Publix. I've been working there for 2 years and I allocated a whole video about it. I'm gonna leave the link up here. You guys should definitely go check it out. So basically, a lot of my coworkers at Publix have been telling me that they see me doing good on the babysitting industry and that they are looking themselves into getting hired as a babysitter. Now, I went ahead and also allocated a video on how to get hired as a babysitter, but I really want to explain to you guys the pros and cons about it, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. I feel like when people think of a babysitter, they just think of a person who just sits there and plays with the kids and gets good money and that's it. But there's a lot of other things that go into play with it. Now, like I said, I already allocated a video to this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the pros and the cons if you are thinking of becoming a babysitter. And I'm not trying to knock down the hustle, or I'm not trying to knock down the industry, because I do love babysitting. I love being a babysitter. It has a lot of good things, but with every good thing also has bad things. And I just want to explain it and clarify it so that there's no misinterpretations when you get into this industry, and that you really know what you're getting yourself into. I'm going to go ahead and explain it now, so just keep on watching. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down your first job ever, whether it was babysitting in a company, why you're looking into getting into babysitting, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're on our way to 1K subscribers, and I'm so happy you guys have clicked on this video today. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with saying 3 pros to the babysitting industry, and then I'm going to go ahead and follow it up with 3 cons to the industry. So I'm going to start off with the pros just to get you guys excited and everything, because the pros is really why we do it, I guess. We don't really focus on the cons, but I do want to point them out, like I said. But let's go ahead and get started with the pros. So the first pro, I wrote it down on my computer, so if you guys see me looking a little bit this way, it's because they're right in front of me. The first pro is the biggest one, the one we all know, and probably the reason why so many people do want to become babysitters, is that it is more money. First of all, it's more money in general than if you work in a company. A company might pay you $10 to $12. When you babysit, you're looking between $15 and $20. So yes, it is more money. All right, so $20 compared to $10 or $15 compared to $12 is a huge difference. So I know a lot of people, this is the biggest factor to them. They're looking for quick money. They think babysitting is not that hard, and they just want to, get into the industry because of this. Stay in tune for the con to this pro, because there's a downfall to this pro of getting more money. There's a downfall. There's always a downfall. So I'm going to go ahead and explain it once I get into my cons, but I just wanted to point that out. The first pro is that you do get more money, so it is nice to, have a little fatter check. Wait, let me go back. Now, along with you getting more money, it is also under the table money. Now, what I mean by under the table money is that a lot of times they might pay you cash, so you're not really getting taxes taken away. Basically, if you're getting paid $10 an hour at Publix and you work 8 hours, you're not making $80. No, you get taxes taken away, you get other things taken away, and you get maybe a total of $60, $70. Now, when you babysit, if you are getting paid $10 an hour, which usually you're getting paid more than a job at a company. So let's say you're getting paid $20 an hour and you work 3 hours, you're getting paid your full $60. You're not getting money taken away for stocks. You're not getting money taken away for your insurance. You're not getting money taken away for your taxes. None of that. It is just cash. It is, here you go. Here's your $60. Thanks for coming today. And that's it. So to an extent, that's why they say it is good money and it's quick money, because you're getting paid more than a company and they don't take away none of your money. But like I said, stay in tune for the downfall, but it is good money, and it is money that is all yours. So if you work the 3 hours, the full, $40, $50, $60 that you earn, they are yours. You're not getting it taken away, whereas in a company, they do take away some of your money. The second pro would be they're not as strict. Let's say your shift starts at 3 and you get there at 3:04. Usually, for the most part, the parents do not care. It is okay if you get there a few minutes late, okay? Now, if you work at a company job, because I also do that, I work in a company and I also babysit, therefore I know how to compare them and what I'm looking for and what you guys would probably be looking for. So I do want to say that when you work in a company, if you're more than 4 minutes late, or at least at Publix, if you're more than 4 minutes late, you get flagged. If you get flagged more than 3 times, you get suspended. There are so many more rules, and it's a lot more strict. Now, if you get 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes late to a person's house, it's usually not a big deal. You're not getting flagged for it. Even if the mom does get mad, which has never happened to me. I mean, sometimes I get there 5 minutes early, sometimes it's happened. I've gotten there 5 minutes late. The parents have never gotten mad, but let's say they will let's say they do get mad. It's not like you're getting flagged and it's like 3 times and you're out. This is a lot more lenient. Also, you don't have to wear a uniform. Now, in a company job, you do have to wear a uniform. It's a little more uncomfortable. To a babysitting job, you just wear what's comfortable. You're gonna be dealing with kids. You could wear some socks. You could take off your shoes. It's a lot more lenient. Pro number 3 is if you love kids as much as I do, it's just gonna come easy to you. It does not feel like a job when you're doing something that you actually love to do. For example, when I bake and I sell, you know, my brownies or my cupcakes, all that stuff. By the way, if you don't follow Tricia's Treats on IG, I'll leave the link here. Make sure you guys follow me. If you guys need any type of cupcakes, brownies, anything, I got you guys. But yeah, going back to what I was saying. When I bake, it does not feel like a job to me. Why? Because I love baking. Baking is one of my big passions, just like filming. This does not feel like a job to me that I don't want to do. It feels like a job to me that I do want to do, and I want to keep doing it because it's a hobby of mine and it helps me. Same thing with kids. I love taking care of kids. So when I go and I take care of kids and I take them to the park and I make them chicken nuggets and do just mom stuff with them, it comes natural to me and I love doing it. Therefore, it's not a problem. Now, if you do something that you don't like to do, if you're coming into the babysitting industry simply because of the money, not because you actually care for these kids, don't think that it's going to be as easy as it sounds. A job is a job. I've said this and emphasized it multiple times. You're gonna have to do a lot more things with these kids than you think. Let me tell you, if you babysit babies, you're gonna have to change diapers, you're gonna have to cook, you're gonna have to bathe them, you're gonna have to do a lot of other things. And sometimes, you know, if you don't genuinely like dealing with kids, you're not gonna be happy with the job no matter how much they're paying you. I also do enjoy working at Publix, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a job. And when I have to put on my uniform and drive to work and get off and see other customers and stuff, I do feel like I'm in a workplace, which is good. You know, I love the balance of babysitting and also working at an actual job. Hold on. I do love that balance, but don't get me wrong, when I get to Publix or when I get to other jobs, like my other job at an office, I do feel like it is more of a job because it's not one of my biggest, I guess, passions. Really just depends on your preference, about your hobbies, about what you really enjoy. If you do genuinely like to deal with kids, then you will like this job. If you don't like to genuinely deal with kids, I suggest you don't get into this industry because there's other industries that also pay well and might have to do with something you actually like. Because keep in mind, you're gonna be dealing with these kids and you shouldn't just be there for the money. Like, you're dealing with a whole other life. Those were the 3 pros that I had for you guys, which essentially was more money, more leniency, and if you love kids, more easy work. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys or tell you guys the cons now, which might make your decision to get into this industry a little more hesitant. But like I've stressed, if you like working with kids, trust me, it is okay. I don't want to scare you guys with the cons that I'm about to tell you. But if you don't like working with kids, listen to the cons because there's always a downfall, like I already stressed, and I want to share that with you guys. Also, if you guys ever have any questions about like something that you don't know regarding babysitting or even Publix or anything regarding any type of content on my channel, feel free to message me. I usually always respond to all my comments on YouTube. You can also message me on my social media. I leave my social medias all in the description box. So I just want to put that out there because I want to help you guys make the best decision for yourselves. And that's why I'm trying to orient you guys with the knowledge I already have. But if you need like some type of like further detail on a specific question or something, just go ahead and message me. Let's get into the cons. So con number 1 is you're in a house all day. I mean, this might be a pro to some people, but let me tell you guys, I've worked from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. all day in a house, and sometimes it could be a little like, you know, stressful, especially if you're dealing with multiple kids. You're locked up in a house all day. Sometimes you do want to just go out for a walk. And if you ask the parents, I'm pretty sure they'll let you go out for a walk. I mean, you're not like locked in there like, you know, like an actual box. But still, what I want to say is that for the most part, you're not really going out, you're not really seeing other people, you're just seeing you and the baby, or you and the parents, or you and the baby and the parents. Like, you're seeing the same faces, you're locked in the same house. I mean, you might have to go to the store, you might have to take them to like a swim class or something quick, but for the most part, you're basically home all day. And I keep saying babysitter, and I also kind of mean like nannying, because I know that I'm also kind of talking about nannies, even though I do know that they're 2 completely different things. I guess this video is in regards more towards nannies, because babysitters, it can also be useful for babysitters who work, I guess, more than like a 3-4 hour shift. But if you're babysitting a kid for like 4, 5, 6 hours or nannying the whole day or multiple days a week, then this video will be useful for you. Sometimes you don't even have a break in the whole day, or if you do have a break, I mean, you're basically just sitting there and eating with the kid. You're not going out and having an hour lunch break like you would at Publix or a company job. At a company job, you usually will have 30 minutes to an hour for yourself. They'll let you leave the store, leave the company, go to your car, whatever, and you have like at least 30 minutes to yourself to, you know, be on your phone, eat something, all that. At a babysitting job, you don't always have that. I mean, usually you have to eat and the kids are still running around. Yes, you can have your phone on the table and, you know, you don't have to have it in your pocket the whole 8 hours. But for the most part, you don't have no alone time. You're with the kids 24/7 or at least like the whole shift. Also, sometimes they might cancel on you and they don't feel that big of remorse towards it, simply because they don't treat you like a professional employee like if you would be at Publix. If Publix tells you that you work on Tuesday at 3 p.m., they don't cancel on you the day before. It is set in stone that you work on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Babysitting is not always like that. Sometimes they might tell you, yes, I'm gonna go out on Friday at 6 p.m., so please plan for Friday. And Thursday night or Friday morning or a few hours before your shift, they might tell you, hey, my plans got canceled, we don't need you anymore. So it is not set in stone money that you're gonna be making money that day. You don't know what time they're gonna come home. They might say we're gonna be gone for 5 hours and they end up taking 8. They might end up taking 3. It's not set in stone. So I just wanna put that out there that, you know, they do cancel. They don't treat you like a professional employee where, you know, there's no type of cancellation. They have to be flexible because they might extend your shift, they might shorten your shift, they might cancel, and that's not stuff that you would really be seeing in a company job. The next con would be it is full responsibility on you. Now, I cannot stress this one enough because I do feel like the reason they pay you so good is because the responsibility is on you. At Publix, if somebody slips and falls on something, I can do everything to try to help that person, but I don't have to feel guilty for anything. That is not my fault if they fell. And what I will do is go get a manager and go seek them for help. I work for Publix. Publix is in charge. When you're babysitting and now you're out on the road or something happens to the little girl while she's swimming, the full responsibility is on you. You are the adult, you were there. And I know you're like, that's not my kid, that's not da-da-da. Okay, but the parent is trusting you and it's all your responsibility to feed the kid. If the kid gets a cut, you have to solve the problem. You don't have, you know, oh, let me go get a manager. Oh, let me report it to Publix. No, you are the whole company. You are everything to this kid. So you have to fix the problem yourself. Like if you were the owner, because you are the owner of yourself. That's one of the cons, because it can get very stressful knowing that you have full responsibility of these kids, especially if you babysit or nanny multiple kids. It gets overwhelming and it's full responsibility on you, so you want to make sure you're doing the best you can. The next con would be no benefits. Now this ties into the more money situation, because yes, they are giving you more money, and yes, it's quick money, and yes, it might be a little bit of some type of easy money if you like working with kids, but you have no benefits. So although at Publix, yes, they might pay you $5 less an hour, you have benefits. And at the end of the day, you know, if you're babysitting, but then you have to go buy your whole health insurance, or you got to go buy dental insurance, you know, it adds up, the bills add up. So yes, Publix or other companies might pay you a little less, but they're helping you in other areas that you would be spending that money anyway. So I really cannot stress this enough, because when people are like $15 an hour, $18 an hour, $20 an hour babysitting, oh my gosh, that's so much money, I need to get into this industry. That's fine, come in this industry, but don't leave your big company job for this industry, because you don't get any help with insurance, you don't get any help with a savings, you don't get any help with like any of these other side things that you need. You know, if you have a savings, it's your responsibility to save that money. It is not like Publix where you can automatically put, you know, program it in the system that you want to take out $5, $10, $20 a week and save that towards a savings. No, that's not how it goes in babysitting. They give you the $60 and you do whatever you want with that money. If you want to save it, then great, but if you can't because you have to go buy health insurance or you have to buy dental insurance, then that's on you. That's one of like the biggest cons, and I can't stress that enough, because they're paying you good because they're not helping you anywhere else. Other companies might pay you a little less, but they're helping you with benefits. They're helping you with stocks. They're helping you with other things. So I really think that's just like one of the biggest things. And with that, I'm going to complete this And with that, I'm going to conclude this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I do really hope that this video was useful for you guys. I hope that you guys learned something. And if you guys have any type of questions, feel free to message me because I'm all here for it. I don't want to knock down the industry. I don't want to knock down the hustle. I'm all for it. And if you work a company job already, do this on the side. It's a great side hustle. I do it on the side, plus I work a third job and everything, and I'm not complaining. I love it. But I want to orient you guys and make sure you guys know about this type of knowledge before you get into the industry, simply because I don't want you guys to be taken like by shock when you realize that it kind of weighs out. It kind of weighs out because even though you're making a little less here, they're giving you a little more in other areas. And even though you're making a little more here, they're giving you a little less in other areas. So it does kind of like weigh itself out. That's why I said it's a healthy balance when you work both jobs. I wouldn't suggest quitting one job to go to the other. I really wouldn't. But it's all up to you. And like I said, message me with any questions. I hope this video you liked. Please give this video a big thumbs up if it was useful for you. Also, leave down in the comment section down below if you are thinking about getting into the babysitting industry, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out. I love posting babysitting videos and I try to do it at least once a week. I also have a babysitting playlist if you haven't checked it out. If you're not here to see any other videos but babysitting videos, then make sure you click that babysitting playlist button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.